Hey artist friends, it's July 1st and I can finally share with you that I am the July Stencil Club artist for StencilGirl products. Last year when I designed these stencils, July 1st seemed so far away and it's finally here, and I am so thrilled to share with you my collection of 3 stencils. This collection is called Hidden Messages, and not only does each stencil showcase my love for typography in my art journaling, but each one also has a hidden message for you. I'll share a little bit more about those hidden messages and about Stencil Club throughout this video, but let's talk about what's going on the screen. One of my favorite ways to try out and play with new stencils is just to create some collage paper. So I grabbed my black Liquitex spray paint here, some patty paper, and the new stencils and got to work. I first sprayed down that spray paint on the stencil and then picked up a piece of paper to stamp on top of that as well. So I not only get the negative image but also the positive image of the stencil, and as soon as I lifted both of these, I fell in love. I cannot believe how cool the stencil looks, not only in the way I designed it, with the holes and how you would normally like stencil through the stencil, but then to use the opposite and to stamp with it, or to, put the paper down like I'm doing right now and pull it up and see the opposite of the stencil. I absolutely fell in love, especially with that one. I am so excited to use that one on a journal page. I'm just going to repeat this same process several times with this Liquitex spray paint. If you're not familiar with this spray paint, it's one of my favorite ways to add color in a stencil. I use the black a lot, but there's several other colors that I use, and I actually will use a couple more in this video. It doesn't have a really strong odor to it, but be sure you read all of the directions and do what is best for you and your studio space. So as I mentioned just a little bit ago, this collection is called Hidden Messages, and these 2 stencils both have a hidden message that are not obvious to the eye like the other one. One I'm playing with now is a series of numbers that uses an ASCII code. You also can say it ASCII, I believe. I think that's what my computer nerd husband told me, to write StencilGirl. And so it's spelled out STENCIL space, which is actually a number, and then GIRL. So this series of numbers creates StencilGirl in that code, which I think is really fun. If you're interested in doing something similar and creating some code with numbers, there are code translator things online that I used. I did use a couple of them to make sure that it turned out the same on all of the sites. The other stencil with the series of 1s and 0s uses binary code, and it spells out create art. So it's CREATE space and then ART with an exclamation mark. One thing I absolutely love about these stencils is how versatile they are. You can flip them upside down, sideways, backwards, and get totally different looks. I especially love that number one sideways, so they're going vertical instead of horizontal, and then also backwards. It looks really cool. So in the video, I am just about to run out of my black spray paint right there. I didn't realize how low it was, and I decided to pick up some of this crimson spray paint and try it out and play with it a little bit more. In this kind of way, I can get 2 colors on these stencils, so it's really cool that I could fill in those holes that I created from the off stamp and fill it in with the pink. So I'm going to play with that method just a little bit with that number stencil and also the binary stencil. So while I'm playing and you're watching, let me tell you a little bit more about Stencil Club. It is a monthly club with StencilGirl products. Each month you'll get exclusive artist designed stencils, and this month they are by me. You not only get these stencils, but you get a PDF and a project from me. So the PDF will talk about the project, and the project has a video, and I'm going to give you a little sneak peek at of my project at the end of this video. You also get to join a secret Facebook group for members only and a loyalty coupon code to get 25% off all the other stencils over at StencilGirl. You also get the ability to purchase any past Stencil Club sets on their website, and I will have that information, how to sign up, and all the details linked below of this video. And I sure truly hope that you love these stencils enough to join Stencil Club this month, because it is the only way that you can purchase them. And while I was talking, I moved on to the 3rd stencil of my set. This is one of the larger stencils. It is 9 by 12, while the other 2 were 6 by 6. This one has a quote by Picasso. Well, technically in my research, I discovered that Picasso wasn't necessarily, probably not the person who really originally said this quote, but it's attributed to him, so it's kind of fun to research it if it's a quote you've always enjoyed and want to learn a little bit more about it. Just do some Googling. For this one, I decided to use a font that I also used in some of my other stencils. It's kind of upside down and backwards and wonky, and put the quote on there so you can kind of see it. It's hidden, but if you flip it over, you can see it a little better, but it's still kind of backwards, so it's kind of a really cool hidden message. It says, "Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life." And for these collage papers, I'm using a combination of ledger sheets because they're much larger than those patty papers, and also deli papers because they are also larger than the patty papers, and some other like random ephemera pages that I had that were larger. And then for the spray paint, I'm using transparent black. This process and this stencil is creating the most amazing, lovely stencil papers and offset, off-stamped, the negative and positive images as you've seen. And I also did some like multiple stamping here, as you can see. I would stamp it. Stencil it, stamp it, stencil it, stamp it, flip it around, and I absolutely love the layering of the typography here. So if you get this stencil, have some transparent spray paint and deli paper and play with it, this creates the absolute coolest background paper, and I cannot also wait to use this on one of my journal pages. Now that that they're officially released, because I couldn't use it before. If you have any questions on these stencils, Stencil Club, you can ask me below. If I'm not able to answer it, I can get some help from StencilGirl, and I hope you love these stencils as much as I do. I've been waiting for months and months and months to play with them and show what I've played with them, so I can't wait to actually officially show you in some of my art how I've played with them and play with them even more so that I can share how I've used them to create in my art journals. And here's a little sneak peek of the project that you will create with these stencils if you join Stencil Club. It's a little accordion journal with a twist, and you'll get a PDF and also the video of how I made this. Thank you so much for watching, and an extra special thank you to StencilGirl for choosing me, asking me to be the stencil designer artist this month. It truly is an honor, and I hope that you absolutely love these stencils as much as I do. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and one more thing, you have until the 15th of July to sign up. Make sure you watch my Instagram for more projects that I create with these cool new stencils.